How to save 50% of your income. Do you want to save 50% of your income? In this post, I am going to give you simple tips and tactics to help you save at least half your income. In my experience, most people would love to save more money each month. However, when it actually comes down to it, very few people are willing to make the sacrifices and do what it takes to increase their savings. But I'm going to go ahead and assume you aren't one of those people. I mean, just the fact that you are reading this article instead of online shopping tells me that you are ready to put in the work it takes to save such a large portion of your income. In fact, it's for go-getters like you that I am writing this post. So if you're ready to transform into a money-saving machine, keep reading. The following 25 tips might just be the final push to help you reach that elusive 50% savings rate you've been dreaming about. 1. Live on a tight budget. If you want to save 50% of your income, then the first thing you need to do is plan your finances down to the penny. In other words, you need to get on a specific, ultra-tight budget. I mean, you aren't just going to stumble your way into saving such a larger portion of your income. You need to do everything on purpose and on paper, or within a spreadsheet or app. It's not going to work if you try to maintain a budget in your head. Rather, you need to calculate your monthly income, lay out every single expense, and figure out the exact path you need to take in order to achieve this lofty savings goal. When you live on a budget, everything in your financial life will be as clear and transparent as it can be. So you won't have any expenses slip through the cracks and mess up your savings goal. 2. Get completely out of debt. Debt is the enemy of every savings goal you ever set for yourself. I know that might sound a little harsh, but it's the truth. Think about it. Every time you make a payment towards credit card debt, student loans, your mortgage, car payments, or anything else, you are missing out on money that could have gone towards savings. So if you want to save half of your income, one of your highest priorities should be to eliminate every debt you have to your name. Now, just to be clear, I'm not just some guy telling you to get out of debt when I have tons of monthly payments of my own. If you're new to this blog, it's important for you to know that my wife and I live a completely debt-free lifestyle. That's right, we don't use credit cards, and we don't take out loans, but it wasn't always like that. At one point, we had over $34,000 of debt, toward which we were spending about $1,000 per month on monthly payments. Ouch, right? But guess what? 6 months after we decided to get completely out of debt, I made our final payment, and at that moment, we increased our annual savings by $12,000. So when I say getting out of debt will play a significant role in increasing your savings to income ratio, I'm speaking from personal experience. To put it simply, if you want to save 50% of your income, kick all your debt to the curb. 3. Pay yourself first. One of the best parts about living on a tight-written budget is that at the start of every month, you know exactly how much money you can put into savings. And that's exactly what you should do. This is known as the pay yourself first method, or saving before you spend. And it takes the normal way that people operate their finances and flips it around. You see, most people save money at the end of the month, after paying all their expenses and spending money on things they want. The problem with this method is that your savings depend on how much you decide to spend. So if you spend too much, you hurt your savings. Meanwhile, if you pay yourself first, it moves money into your savings account before you spend a dime on anything else. You force yourself to live off the remaining amount of money. So basically, if you want to save 50% of your income, then every time you get paid, move half the money into savings. Then, using your budget, figure out a way to live off of what's left over. 4. Work your way up to 50%. The thing about savings goals is that the bigger they are, the more you have to work your way up to them. And let's be honest, saving 50% of your income is a pretty big goal, so it might be a little unrealistic to expect to achieve it in your first month. For example, if you are currently saving 25% of your income each month, if you increase your savings rate by 5% every month, then it will take you 5 months to achieve your goal. That will give you time to cut expenses, pay off debt, and maybe even increase your income. 5. Get a second job. Cutting expenses can only get you so far. If you want to save 50% of your income, then one of the best things you can do is increase the amount of money you make. And one of the quickest ways to do that is by getting a second job. With such an abundance of part-time or even virtual jobs out there, these days that it is easier than ever to get a second job. Think about it like this. If you were able to make an extra $1,000, $2,000 every month, and save 100% of it, then you would be well on your way to saving half your income. 6. Start a blog. If the idea of getting a second job doesn't get you fired up, and you have more of an entrepreneurial streak, then you might want to consider starting your own side gig. And one of the best side gigs you can start is a blog. With how little it costs to start a blog and the income potential it provides, this might just be the best choice you ever make. I personally follow a few bloggers that make 7 figures. That's right, they make over $1 million every year. Beyond that, I follow all sorts of other bloggers that make multiple 6 figures every year. Now, let's get something straight. Blogging isn't a short-term kind of deal. In fact, every one of those bloggers took years to achieve that kind of income. That said, if you ask me, that's well worth the effort. The best part about a blog is that it allows you to make passive income. So, unlike a normal job where you only get paid when you are actually working, blogging allows you to make money 24 hours per day, 365 days per year. So, every bit of effort you put in can continue to pay you for years to come. 7. Become a freelancer. If blogging and getting a second job aren't high on your list, then you might want to consider freelancing for some extra income. Freelancing is a great way to increase your income and add to your savings, and all you need to have is a marketable skill. For example, if you are a good writer, then you could offer to write blog posts for local businesses. Or, if you're good with social media, then you could offer social media management to companies that need some help in that arena. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.